This is the first episode of Talking Huge, man. Starring you, Craig Golias.
I like that.
That's great, man. I've been looking forward to it, man, because people want to hear what you got to say.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I've noticed I get a lot of interactions when you post to me on Generation Iron. If you go look at the comments, they get up to 700-800 comments. So a lot of people are intrigued by me for sure. It's crazy. Like I read these comments, I'm just like, wow, like people are either really like for me or they're pissed,
Well, it's one or the other, right? Nobody's ever
Yeah.
just neutral. They either gotta hate or they gotta love.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about the hate on social media in general? How do you take it?
I take it great, man. People are so mad about what I'm doing that they got to, write about it and talk about it, which just gives me more publicity. And as you can see, my following's been blowing up. So I feel like I'll be at like 1 million by the end of the year at this rate.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you
Over there with you guys, Generation Iron.
trying to, man, trying to. So we're gonna talk about a couple of things today, right? A couple of topics that I want to cover with you. I want to get your opinion. So the show is obviously, it's about us talking about, bodybuilding topics, fitness industry, and obviously, your take on workouts and stuff like that. But the first thing I want to talk about is gym etiquette. Now, have you seen the video of Guy Cisternino in the gym?
Guys, you gotta cut that shit out. Not in front of me.
Bro, it's a public gym, bro.
Yeah, do it to the side, not in front of me. Bro, don't fucking play games. I will fucking go outside. I just asked to move the side. That's all I asked.
Basically, he was working out and he's being filmed. He was invited to go to the gym in Texas, right? He was doing a squat or something like that, and some kids were next to him, right? And they were doing something else, but they were too close. So he told them to move. They started talking back to him, and then he basically flipped out on them, right, in the gym. Now he addressed the situation. He said he overreacted essentially, but he kind of explained where he was coming from. Now, How do you feel? I know. Do you know Guy personally?
Oh, we were actually friends.
Okay, there you go. So you know his personality, right? I don't know how you would describe him, but how did you feel about looking at the video like this? Do you feel like what he was doing is good, bad for the gym environment? What do you think?
I mean, dude, he's in his zone. He's an IFBB pro. He holds a little more than the average, weightlifter in the gym. When you have the IFBB and you're a top IFBB pro guy, you really got to be focused. Every workout counts more than these little gym dudes just getting little PRs for their TikTok or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I kind of get where he's coming from. I didn't see the whole thing. I seen flipping out, but like I said, man, he's in the zone. He's in the zone, brother. You can't hate on that.
Have you ever been in the gym and somebody irritated you?
Yeah. Absolutely. It happened actually somewhat recently. I actually kind of lost my mind. Yeah. During Corona, some guy at the gym was on the upper chest bench, the only one I use that works good for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I walked up to him and I said, hey, brother, can I jump in with you? He said, I only have a few more.
Mm-hmm.
I respect that. Okay, Corona, whatever. I started stretching. I've noticed he did 4 sets. I'm like, okay, well, 4 is usually common, so I'm jumping in. Then he just sat there on his phone. I said, hey, brother, can I jump in now? He says, no, I'm almost done. So I simply walked up to the weights, took them all off. I said, let's do a set now, brother. No lie.
Wow.
And I was fucking pissed. And he said, I'll just sit here. I got all day. I said, okay, you do that. And then a girl saw it that worked there and went and grabbed all the people up front, and it caused a whole scene. And then they come up to me and they say, what's going on? I said, this dude's not even huge. He ain't, I made him feel like a bitch.
You said that.
And, I'm like, I get it. He needs it more than me because his arms are half my size. But, so I kind of just started ripping on him in front of him. I was so mad. My face was bright red. And they told him, you got to let him jump in. That's not fair. So he just walked away, and yeah, it got a little uglier after that, but nothing crazy happened. But yeah, that was like my only ever situation ever in the gym with somebody, brother. To be honest with you, everything's always been pretty positive.
Now, how do you feel? By the way, in this situation, right? Did you feel like you were doing the right thing?
I mean, absolutely. I could have been like, no, bro, I'm jumping in with you. I'm not waiting, and I waited, and he took advantage of that. And after 4 sets, I said, hey, man, what's up? He's like, I'm still going. I'm like, nah, I'm jumping in, brother. I don't care. Because in our gym, by law, you have to let someone work in with you if you're doing mass reps. Anytime anybody ever comes up to me and wants to jump in, I don't care how small you are, you can jump in with me. I never say, I got 5 more, dude. That's not who I am,
I think the most annoying thing is when you see somebody on the phone, on the machine, and they're just sitting there for like a long time.
That's what he was doing. He was just sitting on
worst.
his phone. I could have been working in with him between those sets while I was on his phone.
Now, how do you?
I'm trying to get huge too, bro.
I know you. I know you are. Now, what about, like, for example, right? Like, if you're in a gym, do you think it's okay to be filming yourself? Like, like people for social media, they film themselves all the time, right? Like, do you think that's acceptable, or to a certain degree? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think about filming yourself, or people filming you?
So personally, as you can see, for people who follow me, not talking shit at all, but unless you're Ronnie Coleman, back in 2002, I don't really want to watch you lifting weights. I don't do it myself. I find it boring. I just want to see how your body looks, like what your physique looks like. I don't care how much you can bench, or how many times you can bench it. And I get a lot of people like, why don't you post workout videos? I'm like, I just find them boring. It's not my thing. But, as far as what you're saying, that seems to be the in thing, to post your workouts. So, I mean, if that's what you want to do, and that gets you views, then do it. You know what I mean? But for me personally, I find workout videos very boring. I'm a little different, as you know, my personality is a lot different than other bodybuilders. So I'd rather watch someone, pose or do something funny than lift some weights. I do that all day long in the gym. I don't need to see that again.
What do you like seeing on the social media? Just like funny stuff?
Yeah, I honestly, I use social media more for working, my business. I don't really hang out on it and look at like tits and ass. Well, sometimes, but but I kind of, I don't really like hang out and talk to my friends on there or nothing, If anything, I'll go on Facebook and maybe do that. But, I kind of use Instagram more for just networking and promoting my business, my coaching and my clothing and all that stuff.
So would you be pissed off if you're working out in the gym and some guy's filming himself working out, but you're also kind of in the shot? Would you tell him to maybe, stop filming that way?
I mean, no, I wouldn't care, but, I like I said, I get where he's coming from a little bit, if you're in your zone, you're in your zone. But, for me, I don't really like to be filmed as much right now, being injured. I mean, it's nothing serious. I wouldn't freak out on anybody, but, I'm kind of in the shadows a little bit right now while I'm pushing through my injury. My right arm is smaller. I can't out angle anybody. Kind of weird, because I'm used to doing that.
You still could. Come on.
Yeah, I lost a little bit of size on my tri, but I'm getting better, so I'm excited. Hopefully, for Olympia and everything coming at the end of the year, I'll be back to 100%. I could be walking around super huge.
Last thing I want to ask you about this whole guy thing, right? Like, do you think because I know in the comments people always talk shit. Like, do you feel like if a bodybuilder flips out on anybody in the gym, or even not a bodybuilder, even like a guy that's huge, right, flips out on anybody, right away people can be like, oh, that's roid rage. We expect that from him. He's a bully. Like, right away you're going to be labeled as that.
Yes, I do. Absolutely, I agree. That's how it is in society. Roid rage. I've even heard it from ex-girlfriends when I'm just raising my voice a little bit. Roid rage. I'm like, girl, I'm only on a CC test. Relax, But yeah, no matter what you do, if you're a bodybuilder, roid rage. Absolutely.
Yeah. But the guy thing, again, we did a great interview with him, so people can check it out. But I think he definitely regretted some of it, but I feel like he explained himself in a very positive way. So
yeah,
I think a lot of people still love him. I don't think it matters for him at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you get to know Guy wow, he is a awesome person, man. Outside of bodybuilding, like, you know, he's always said really nice things about me and always had my back. And you know, we met for the we actually met like and talked the first time when he came out to Vegas for Flex's opening, and he's just such a good dude, man. Such a good dude.
I want to ask you, Craig. So, like, how do you consider yourself? I know, you know, you're a bodybuilder, obviously, right? But you're also an influencer. You're not competing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you essentially created your own lane, like many other influencers, right? Did you feel like it was for you specifically, right? Do you feel like a lot of pro bodybuilders are kind of like look down on guys like you, or do you feel like they embrace you? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you feel like that transition into the industry was like for you?
I don't know, man. I got a lot of top guys. I mean, like as high as you can get on my team. You know, like they're for me. I don't even want to give names, but you know, really top guy. I'm talking Olympian winners, brother. So, and multiple. You know, so I have you know, a lot of good respect from the top dogs in the sport that are currently competing too. So, you know, when I hear you know people like Sean Roden, Jay Cutler, you know, like top guys flex, and they're just like, see, there you go. I'm starting to bring the names in, but you know, guys like this, Brandon Curry. I'm sorry. Rolly Winkler. Okay, I'm done. But anyways, when you get guys like this and they're like, dude, you know, you're a monster, you're killing it. Like, that's all I need. You know, I don't need to hear like some dude with 300 followers saying I look like a box of shit. You know, that doesn't mean shit to me. When I hear people like this saying, dude, you're fucking killing it. You know, Sean Roden telling me I'm going to be Goliath size on stage. Like, when I hear shit like that, that's motivating the shit to me. You know what I mean? That's like, okay, I'm doing my job. I got something going here. You know, so, you know, for someone, you know, like I said, with 300 followers to come on my page or somebody else's page talking about me and saying he looks like a box of shit, whatever it is, I'm not butthurt one bit, brother. You know, I put a lot of work into what I do, and everyone knows it's not easy, you know, pushing the body, you know, even getting to 360 pounds of muscle. It's just not easy. You know, you gotta respect it. Even if you don't like the look, it's a lot of work, and not everyone can do it, you know, but I told myself, I want this and I'll do whatever it takes. So, you know, I push it, you know, and I take the risks. And for someone to sit there and say, you know, he's going to die or that looks like shit, you know, you're not being open-minded and, you know, understanding the hard work and dedication I'm putting into it.
So, you know, I want to talk about building confidence, right? Putting on size, building confidence. Now, you know, like sometimes you start putting on some weight, right? Putting on some size, you get a lot of good comments. So the goal is to then put on much more size quickly, right? So therefore, a lot of people start eating a lot, and they kind of gain both fat and muscle at the same time, right? So what do you think about that? And what's the right approach to putting on size if you really want to, you know what I mean? Because you want to get the confidence, you know what I mean, as fast as possible.
Well, first off, you know, get a coach if you don't know what you're doing, like me, or if you don't want to hire me, get someone you look up to, you know. If you can't seem to put on the muscle and you're coming to a plateau, get a coach. It just makes sense. Someone that knows their shit and that can push you through the barriers. Like, I'll get people all the time, Craig, I can't get past 250. I can't get past 250. Well, let's get you past 250. What are you doing? I look what they're doing. Well, there's your answer. You know, you're not eating the right foods, or you're not eating at the right times, or you're not getting enough calories, or, you know what I mean? So, you know, that's what I highly recommend. If you can't afford a coach, which, you know, I feel like coach, especially my rates, are very cheap. If you can't afford it, you know, maybe just do some, you know, internet searching, you know. I've never really tried that, but, or, you know, maybe talk to friends, get advice.
Right. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess confidence and size, they go hand in hand, right? In many ways. To put it, I'm sure you can relate to that. But the fat thing is the problem. Like, do you see a lot of people getting a lot of fat, especially in the beginning when they're trying to bulk up, as they say?
We've all done it, the dirty bulk. You know, you just eat, and, you know, you don't care about how you look. You care about the scale. I'm guilty too.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you usually lean. Like, I mean, from what I see in pictures, like, you always in shape.
Yeah, no, I mean, for me, I just look in the mirror. You know, once I start feeling like I'm sloppy, I just tighten it up. But, you know, when I'm trying to bulk, I'm eating more carbs. You know, I'm carb, you know, and I'm training heavier and harder. And, you know, once I feel just like I'm getting a little sloppy, I just start chilling a little bit. You know, we cut something out, or, you know, we actually maybe bring in more cardio, you know. So, yeah, you kind of just got to go by the mirror, man. Once you start looking too fat, you know, let's chill out, you know. Like, we're not trying to get fat. We're trying to get huge and lean. So
yeah.
I want to put on not fat.
Can you tell me about your business? Because I know you built a big business online when it comes to the coaching, right? Can you talk about that and actually what can people expect from you if they want to hire you as a coach?
So 2016, I started the online coaching thing, and I was doing the clothing line heavier, and I just added it to my Shopify, to do it more seriously than just doing via PayPal and blah blah blah, doing it over Instagram and get more serious. And then started getting better and better and better. And as my following blew up, the last 2 years it's been really successful. I've been doing really good. It's new, and I've already had 2 clients today. So I mean that's a really good start of a day. So basically, how it works is, they just message me on Instagram. They see my, before and afters or my coaching things, and they're just like, hey, Craig, I'm interested in your race. And what, I just let them know what we go over, how it works. If they order, I send them the link and we get started, man. And the rest is history, but usually I'll get, overweight people that just want to drop 70 pounds, or I'll get a meathead, guy that wants to put on 20 or 30, or, somebody wants to cut and do a show. I have like 5-6 people right doing show too. So I honestly do it all.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Do you find it time consuming to be handling like a lot of clients, basically? I'm sure they're demanding.
No, I don't. I have all the time in the world. This is all I do. So I wake up, I talk to everyone every day. I just go through my list every morning when I wake up, and then I'm done for the day. I just worked. Usually takes about 2 hours. It's usually give or take. It could be 1.5, it could be 3, all the. And I just go through every client check by check, one by one, and the next morning I do it all over again. So I also talk to my clients daily, which is very uncommon for coaching too. You know what I mean? I get a lot of people, order my coaching. They're like, oh my gosh, my last coach talked to me like once or twice a week. And I'm just like, well, what are you paying? They're like, oh, it was $100 a month. I'm like, there you go. There's your answer. You get what you pay for. You think I'm going to talk to someone daily and all these macros and diet changes and look at picture updates for, it's not going to happen, So it's just like when you go to a McDonald's, you get a cheeseburger for 99 cents, or you go to a restaurant, you get a cheeseburger for $9.99. Obviously we both know the $9.99 is going to be way better quality. It's going to be better for your body, so you get what you pay for, brother. That's what I'm trying to say.
The biggest complaint I hear from a lot of guys that hire these coaches, they buy a subscription basically, right? And you just get a PDF document with a plan. And that's basically all you get.
No, not me. I don't do it that way. And there's no monthly subscriptions. You order when you order, I don't keep on taking your money. I let you decide if you want to continue, I don't want to be like bugging people for that. If you want to continue with me, Craig, I'm up, let's renew. Which I get a lot. I get a lot of renewals.
Do you enjoy doing that?
Yeah, I do. It's like a dream job. I love changing people's lives. I love the satisfaction when a 3-month program's over, a 6-month program's over. It's like, Craig, you changed my life. I had a belly, now I have ripped abs. I don't know how to repay you. Tell your friends. That's all I ask. Or renew another time when you want to do a clean bulk, and I always get that. So I love my job, man. I love people, I love the fact that I can make a good living off of helping people. You know what I mean? And I enjoy seeing them succeed. Like, there's no better feeling than watching every week these people, let's just say someone's bulking. Craig, I added 3 pounds this week. Craig, I'm up 4 again. Craig, I'm up 6. I'm just like, wow, I'm jealous, So it's freaking cool.
So you've done a dirty bulk before for yourself?
Have I done a dirty bulk?
Yeah.
I mean, when I was natural, way back in the day, I would say the last time I tried to do a dirty bulk was like 2006 when I was like 21. I didn't know any better. I was just trying to get bigger. I was just eating everything in sight, but I didn't have the knowledge I have today. So technically, I've never really done a dirty bulk, to be honest, like a pure dirty bulk. No.
Mm-hmm. What's like the worst bulk you've seen in your life that people do? Like, how much did they gain, and what do they look like after that? I'm just curious, like waist size.
I've seen some pretty bad bulks, man. And then I change that if they come to me. Like when they send me pictures, I'm like, we have to change this. You're big. We need a smaller waistline, for sure.
Yeah. I've seen guys they go up to like 40 plus waist when they do it. That's crazy.
Right? brother. This is bodybuilding, man. That's like when people come to me like, you look like a big blob of mass. It's like, really, with a 36-inch waist at 360 pounds? Like, have you seen that in history? You know, like, I don't think everyone's ever pulled that, what I pulled. You know, like, I feel like I have one of the smallest waists at size. Like, I just don't get what people, it's all about the waist, keeping the waist tight, no big-ass belly. You'll never see that on me. Unless I just ate. Sometimes after I eat, I'm forced eating. I'm bloated, but, that's just bloat,
Yeah. Do you ever... In your opinion, right? I know, like, how do you approach those areas? Or is it there's no way to spot check that? You have to do kind of overall.
We just target overall, man. We don't go, okay, well, you have a little side fat. Let's target that side fat.
Impossible.
We go for it all.
But, like, what if you go for it all? Like, sometimes aren't you gonna lose some gains? You know what I'm saying?
Not if you're eating the right foods, man.
Yeah.
Not if you're eating foods. We could keep the muscle and lose fat. Absolutely. And that's what my plans are based around. When people are trying to, shred, I want to keep that. I don't want to drop that muscle. Listen, anybody can diet themselves. Like, anybody can just be like, okay, I'm just gonna eat 0 carbs and that's it. But you're draining your muscle mass. That's what you're doing. We want to keep the muscle, so you got to do it right. You know what I mean? If you're gonna do it right. Don't drop muscle, fat, and water. Drop the fat and water, keep the muscle.
Do you ever fast? Like, let's say one day you eat like kind of dirty, like the next day you fast for like ever?
I'm sick and I'm forced to fast, and then even when I'm sick, I'm still trying to fucking eat something.
Yeah.
So I never fast. Fasting is garbage.
Whoa, really? Fasting is garbage. That's the quote. Fasting is garbage.
I want to see it. Generation Iron, Craig Elias.
Fasting.
And go. Just like that.
So Craig, let's talk about health and bodybuilding, right? Obviously everybody's different, right? For you, for example, how often do you go to the doctor? Do you try to be like as health conscious as possible, or do you one of those guys that just try to ignore and not go to, because you don't want to find out something bad news or whatever? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'll tell you the truth. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't like lying. I'm actually one of the guys that kind of ignores it, but I've recently changed that, and I've actually just started getting my blood work done more. I got it done, and I had a panic attack. I started having panic attacks. Really bad ones where I thought I was dying. I think it's over my injury. I think that's where the panic attacks are coming from. Stress of not being healed and not be able to train hard anymore. But I started going to the ER and shit, and because I thought I was having heart attacks, but they were just panic attacks. They started going away. Last couple months I haven't had any. But I got my blood work done the first time I went to the ER, and I just got it done again recently, like a week ago. And everything seems pretty good. They want me to donate more blood, which is common for a guy my size. Kidneys could be a little better, but I'm working on them. I'm chilling out on caffeine now. For all of you guys that don't know this, chill out on the caffeine, okay? Like, when you're like, oh, 3 scoops of pre-workout, dude, and 3 energy drinks, like, no. I stopped the energy drinks. The pre-workout's just half a scoop now. I used to do 2 or 3. So, I'm really taking care of my shit now, big change. I've ordered a bunch of pills from Amazon for, kidneys and liver and all that stuff. So yeah, I've been taking the health thing way more serious now because, I do want to be healthy. We all know being this big is not healthy.
Well, it could be, no? Don't you think it could be that big and healthy? I mean, there's a way to balance it out a little bit, no?
350, 360 pounds on the heart is 350 and 360 pounds on the heart. Mm-hmm. It's not really good or common, but, I am doing everything else healthy. I don't take a crazy amount. I don't eat a crazy amount of food. Like, I'm not going super hard like people think I am, Mm-hmm. I think it's more genetic.
Yeah, I remember last time we spoke, you mentioned to me, you eat like, regular pretty much. Not like not like 7 meals and like all these crazy calories. You kind of...
I eat like 4 large meals a day and a couple shakes.
Right.
If I'm really trying to bulk, I'll aim for 5.
Yeah, but still relatively normal. You know what I'm saying for a guy your size.
Yeah, I have many clients eating more food than me. It's
Mm.
crazy, way more food than me.
That's a lot to digest.
I have some clients eating 800, 900 carbs a day. You know, I'm like at 400 or 500.
Hmm. Hmm.
95.
So, what is your recommendation to the guys out there that are massive? Go to the doctor or what? Get checked.
Absolutely. Yes.
Do you think if you're a competitive bodybuilder, right, and you're actually competing and you're trying to win some big championship, big shows, right? Do you think at that point, like,
They don't care.
they
They
don't
want
care?
that title. They want the title. They'll do whatever it takes. They don't care. I've been there. You know, you just take, do, and you'll put the doctor to the side after the show.
Right, right. Which I think is the only way you can really compete at the high level. Like, I mean, you can't just be like do both extreme sport and be healthy at the same time. To a degree, right? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, but there's been a lot of reports lately about all these people dying. I mean, and to be fair, we don't know what they die. Like, it's a quick report. You know what I mean? Some people die from different, completely, unrelated to bodybuilding issues. You know what I'm saying? But it just seems like it's a big, issue overall.
Yes, it's happening a lot. I remember you guys posted a picture of me for a back workout, and everyone was like, "Oh, I thought he died."
Man.
Yeah, but it's happening a lot for sure. You know.
Yeah, but I feel like it's only because I don't feel like everybody's dying from one specific reason. I think it's just different things that are happening.
Yes.
And it's being reported on. I think that's really the issue here. You know what I'm saying? Although when you talk to different people, they have different opinions on it.
Yes.
But right now, I want to give there's a guy named Dusty Hanshaw. I don't know if you know him. He's a bodybuilder and he's a host of some media platforms, and he's actually battling for his life right now. He had an accident. Or he was eating or something. He choked on something, and then that caused problems in his lungs. And we're gonna put actually a disclaimer. We're gonna put a link for a GoFundMe campaign that his family started for him. I don't know him personally at all. I just want to make sure people, if they want to support him, they can go ahead and donate.
I've actually never met him in my life, but I've heard of him throughout the years for sure.
Yeah.
Horrible, man. Yeah, when I first saw that, I was honestly like really watching how I eat my food. I was really scared, man, for a couple days. Like when I eat steak,
Yeah.
I was really nervous. Why, man? Because I eat like fast as shit too and stuff, and sometimes I even choke.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, man. I hope he's okay.
Yeah. I don't know him personally at all, and from what I understand, this happened like 2 weeks ago, right? We found out about it recently, and he's still kind of like going through a ventilator, I think, or something like that. I think the choking like sparked some other issues, you know what I mean? But I hope that he recovers.
That's so sad, man. Me too. I hope he recovers. He's another big guy, so
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna put a GoFundMe campaign link, make sure that his family can get some money from people, and yeah, man, hopefully he recovers. Craig, so this is all we have today, man. What are you doing? What are you doing this week, and what are you doing next week? What are your plans?
Sure. So let's see. Right now it's 12:50. We're about to get off right now. That's what she said. And then and then I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna do some legs with my boy. Then we're gonna meet up with another boy, one of my other boys. I guess we're gonna do Outback today for a post meal. Tonight I have a friend's birthday. He wants to go to Crazy Horse, which is a strip club. We will see if that happens. I get really tired late at night now being this heavy. But if I can wake up and get my ass up, I'll probably stop by, say hi to everybody. I like to look at the 9K shelves. So we'll see how that goes. The rest of the week, my boy from Arizona, it's his birthday. So he's like, Craig, you better fucking be at my party this weekend. So I might be hitting a pool party for the first time in 2 years. Living in Vegas, that is correct. Everyone thinks like I'm always out in the clubs. Like that's the old Craig back in the day when I was working in the clubs. But I don't really go out anymore in the nightlife. But I will be out this weekend for his birthday, so that's going to be exciting. Get some sun, drink some H2O Flow. None of it. I don't drink alcohol. So.
I know. You don't. Would you ever try at least one drink ever in your life?
What's the point at this age? Like I've gone this long. What's the point of starting now?
Maybe you'll love it. I don't know.
I'd probably be a wine drinker if it would have ever happened. I'd be a wine guy. I know it sounds kind of 5K of me, but
It's healthy, man. It's healthy for you, actually. It has benefits in it. The red one.
yeah. So other than that, man, just work, train, eat, sleep, repeat. Pretty much it.
Awesome. Well, this was the first episode of Talking Huge with Craig Elias.
I look forward to the next one, man.